Only because we ran out of video to share. And we're waiting on fucking DJ. Of course.
Back to the normal.
Yeah, back to the norm. As so below as it was, always is.
Ash to ash, dust to dust, fade to black. There he is.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Literally speak of the devil.
Well, I mean, that's what you get.
When you speak of the devil and you get a DJ?
I mean, I would rather get the devil.
Welcome, brother. You okay?
Yeah. Sitting by the dock of the bay.
Oh, shit.
Wow. That good, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Ow. Figured while we're in the post show, I might as well lube up the tattoos.
Pre-show.
Is it the pre-show? Did I say post show?
Yes. Yes, you did.
While we're in the pre-show, might as well lube up the tattoos.
Hell yeah. So I think I figured out why some of these streamers have their microphone sideways.
Why?
So they can see their fucking keyboard.
Oh.
That's why I did it. I'm like, oh, look, I can actually see now. Because I can't blind type. Because I never became that advanced as a human.
Well, DJ and I went to a high school where they, like, forced you to learn how to type. Like,
oh, they forced me to learn in high school, too, in the whole computer class. I had to bring my own.
We didn't have computer class. Ours was on a typewriter.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not that old. But in my computer class, we had to bring our own storage media, which was 3.5-inch floppy disks.
In a computer class, fuck you.
Yeah, 3.5-inch floppy disks.
Yeah.
Nowadays, they either bring in a drive or upload everything to the cloud, and I'm like, fuck off with that.
He's telling a generation to fuck off where he's just like, well, I'm not old enough to learn on a typewriter.
Technically, I did learn how to type on a typewriter, though. It was a Smith Corona electronic typewriter.
That's still
really
electronic,
cool.
dude. Ours was not electronic.
Well, yeah, you know, like I said. But besides,
I had an old school, like, R.L. Stein typewriter, too, but that I got at some old lady's house after she died, and my grandpa sold it. And I really liked the typewriter, though.
However, to be fair,
to be fair,
he can't actually say that because, you know, he is not a Gen Zer, so.
I'm an autumn millennial.
There you go. Yeah.
Not quite a winter millennial.
Yeah, DJ, we gotta do something about your sound, Bubba. You need to turn the gain up on your microphone.
Turn up the gay
way up higher, because like the last show, I don't know if you heard the recording of it, but it sounded like you were in the next room yelling at us.
He might have been, dude. DJ can astral project.
Well, I know, but it doesn't help during a podcast.
Yeah, well.
The healing's going good. Yeah, well, sit back to your normal 4 feet away and we'll see how it sounds.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
and then speak so we can do the sound test, DJ. Mics don't work without sound.
That is the DJ storage position.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, okay. How's this?
Oh my god, dude. You're that fucking guy. You're the drummer in the recording studio.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to need a sound check. Can you give me some snare? Sure. All right, I got it. Perfect.
Like, well, yeah. Don't be the sound check drummer, DJ. Don't be that guy.
Tap. All right, I got it. Cool. Man, fuck you.
Cocksuck, you just peaked everything.
That's why you just have them play a song instead.
Yeah, I hate your eardrums.
Right? I want to pay extra for recording and mastering cost.
Yeah, come on, like we've all had that one guy that was like, and you're like, cool sound check, bro. All right, we're gonna go live.
Like
you're just
fucking like Marty McFly at the beginning of Back to the Future.
You know, like we've had that one guy where it was like, no, dickhead, I asked for a fucking sound check. I didn't ask you to play me a fucking riff that you learned in 3rd grade.
Yeah, I have not. I have only done solo music production with
okay.
digital music, so I lucked out there.
Oh, okay. Well, DJ and I have.
Yeah.
But then again, the guy that I was recording and editing and mastering for was also a dick, kind of full of shit.
Who was the guy you kicked out of the studio for doing that to you, DJ? It was like a pastor, somebody, wasn't he? He was like going to be like a rock and no, this is a real story. He was going to be a rock and roll pastor in
I've heard
in
that shit before.
in Central Texas.
What's that gonna be?
And he got a hold of DJ's recording like info from like one of like his other parishioners and stuff like that. And so, fucking, like, I'll let him tell the story. But yeah. That was some weird shit, dude.
I saw a cool video that involved a pastor and some possible paranormal activity. It's healing really well, dude. You got no residual redness, and it's been 1 week. It's probably not scabbing too much either, huh?
I got some scabs. Literally, one just popped off. While I was,
Right, but
like,
you're not waking up in a bed full of potting soil made of scabs.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not like walking down the street and one flies off like a cartoon button.
You're just molting the sleeve like a tarantula.
No, it was peeling really bad though. But like my son was like, "Dad, you're really peeling," and I'm like, "Yeah, I just did what's the equivalent of 2nd-degree sunburn to my skin."
It
But,
is hardcore exfoliation.
Yeah. So DJ, like I was saying, the guy, that rock and roll pastor from like Midland, who had gotten a hold of your shit through one of your parishioners.
Yeah, no, this mother. Yeah, like, yeah. I mean, it got so bad. Like he's one of those people that they didn't quite knew that they were being stupid. But
The worst
once
kind.
yeah, like, you know. But once you call them out on it, they'll take it up to 11.
Oh God.
He was a petty bitch.
I mean, I just remember you called me and you were like, "I need you to sit on me for like 10 minutes because I'm about to strangle the fuck out this dude." And I was like, strangle him. I was like, and then DJ goes, "I can't. He's a pastor. I can't kill him." And I'm like, "Fine, I'll be there. I'll be there in a couple of minutes."
Yeah.
It was funny though. I will say that it was funny. Because like
I found something I'm totally gonna get Dead Man for Christmas though.
What was that?
I'll message you on Discord, DJ.
you can share it on
I don't
this.
want him
Oh,
to
you're
know.
not gonna. You don't want me to know. All right, cool. All right, so we're doing a freeform show today, but
Yeah, I mentioned. Yeah.
there is this one story I wanted to talk about. Just a moment here.
There we go. I sent it to your Discord.
Okay, maybe that wasn't it.
Oh damn, that's cool. If that wasn't $1,000, that's what I would get him.
No, don't you dare spend that much money on me.
Honestly, the best part is you say that, but there is absolutely nothing you could do to stop me if I ever had the volition to do so.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, but I don't like it, you know?
Yeah, that's
do you
kind of
think,
weird.
DJ?
It's like, ha 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 ha! I'm now broke because of you, dead man. Take that.
Well, I would not spend $1,000 on Dead Man if I knew I was going to go broke, because he would be mad at me for doing that instead of appreciating what it is I found.
I would literally fucking make him take whatever it was back.
Yeah, he would be pretty upset. Dead Man's like a good girlfriend. Oh man.
I'm trying to find like Mike fucking Smith, Lake Carmen taking off her yoga pants. It's a freeform show.
Oh.
I mean,
So the Spanks have a purpose.
oh,
They kind of hold everything in place. What's going to fall out?
yes. I only want results for that. Why would I want? Jesus fucking right. All right, here we go. Found the story. Okay.
So I'll tell you what.
Huh.
My friend came and got Amelia today around noon.
Yeah.
And then I went over to the store.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I came back, I was extremely sad.
I'm sorry, Bubba.
Because I opened the door and she weren't there. Like the house felt different when I came home.
It always happens, right? When pets go away.
And then I fucking lost my shit because I sat down on the couch and just like instinctively leaned over the arm where her little bed is. And then like her little paw prints from her laying down and everything are still in the blanket. So I need to do the ADHD superpower thing and wash or be rid of any
Everything.
large items so that way object permanence takes effect. Because, yeah, I was not okay for like almost an hour.
I know. I kind of figured also I didn't want to call you because I was like, he's probably in his feels. Mm-hmm. So I didn't want to bother you.
Well, that plus there's not much that honestly can be done about that situation. You just got to go through it.
No. All right. Well, I mean, we're all here. Let's start the fucking show with Mike Smith.
Woo!
All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of VTNetwork. I'm your host, Deadman. With me, as always, my brother DJ, the Graverobber, and today's episode is brought to you by OCP, making Detroit better, one cop at a time.
Oh.
Use code ARTIFICIAL for 25% off. I'm not using that code, DJ.
Hey, someone's got to use the code, okay? I mean, OCPD's the highest in law enforcement technology, and you know if 25% of your body has to be mutilated to get the process started, I mean, who are we to then question their ethics and their moral compass? I mean, they clearly have Detroit best interests in heart. And with the rise of new Detroit, I mean, I'm just saying, we just need a new, better, more efficient, more technologically savvy form of law enforcement. I mean, new Detroit, it means new crime and new criminals. So we need new cops.
What's crazy is based off of that story, old Detroit literally turned into new Detroit.
Well, sure.
I mean,
yeah.
I work for Dick Jones. Welcome to the show, Danny. God, that fucking scene is still brutal to me. Like, just putting him through every plate of glass and he's all sliced up. Especially since it was the 80s and there's no fucking safety glass in those goddamn buildings.
Yeah, truth be told, like, if people, like, say, like, oh, boy, like, I remember, like, my friend, when we first saw the first movie, he's like, oh, I thought Dick Jones was supposed to be tough, like, but he's squealing. And even as a kid, I'm like, do you know how hard those windows is and how many he went through them? He's lucky he can still freaking walk. He's lucky he still have bone structure.
Bro, imagine you're looking at that window and you're like, a RoboCop will bounce me off of it. You know what I mean? This is an intimidation tactic. And then he picks you up and throws you with enough force for you to go through that bitch. Just imagine the first impact of your skull. I'm going to be...
And then it hurts the entire time you're dying.
You're just on the floor because literally your brain was like, did we just go through like 4 inches of glass? Can we get a status report on the 4 inches of glass we just went through?
Okay, switching to standby. Oh shit, standby's broken.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
standby is dead in the corner. And then the worst part is you're like, okay, hey, you know what? You fucking Robo Dick, and he picks you up and does it again.
And I love the second time he did it. He's like all told, like, yeah, fuck you, and like a couple of times he's like, okay, wait a minute,
yeah,
wait a minute,
wait a minute now.
I'm gonna protect Jones, dude. Like he's confessing his heart out.
Like, what do you want to know? I'll tell you my fucking social. I'll tell you my mom's fucking address. What is just stop?
Like we gotta remind him, you're a cop.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's just.
I mean, honestly, though, I would rather deal with RoboCop than Ed 209. And 209 was
don't work too
fucking
well.
flawed.
Ed 209 don't work too well.
Okay,
But, like,
because at
holy
least with
balls.
RoboCop, he has like the human consciousness, and he can be like, "Thank you for your cooperation," instead of just fucking blasting the shit out of you.
Well, he didn't put the gun down fast enough.
He did not. I mean, he did not.
I mean, now personally,
That's
yeah,
like
I mean,
the
if I was in
original
there, it's like,
anxiety scene.
I just would have tried to run out the room because
There's a lot of fucking things I would have done. Most of he did not. Like, I'm sorry, bro. There's a limit. Like I said, the first time I go through that industrial pane of glass, because let's not forget, in Detroit, especially in the 80s, there was no such thing as safety glass installed in these installations. So the first one I go through, and I mean the first one, because you know what? It's not pressure that cracked it. It was his goddamn skull hitting it. So, like, the first time, I'm like, I'm flying through the air, carefree, weightless. I'm standing up and you're like, whatever the fuck he's paying me ain't worth that. What do you need? I'd be like braced up against the wall. You're like, what do you need? It's not enough money. What do you want?
I'll tell you, and I love how Jake Jones, like, after all of that, like, then he starts becoming tough again. He's like, is he gone?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Give me my phone call. Like,
Yeah. He spits on the paperwork and want my fucking phone call. Yeah. He checks around. He's like, I want my fucking phone call.
Dude, that movie, like those movies in general, they just had such great little details. Like when RoboCop integrates with the computer system, and he's like,
check out. Like, it
and
was
that
so
nerd,
good.
and that nerd guy was like, "Oh shit, okay, you do what you want."
Again, dude. Again, there's that intimidation factor. Ka-chink. Like, he just pulled out a 4-inch spike, a data spike. So, like, if I'm like, hey, I need you to step the fucking ching, do whatever you need, bro.
right, okay.
I can kill a lot of things, but I don't see any weak spots on you as of right now. Like, I might be tough, but I ain't stupid.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Speaking of tough and stupid, what have you guys been up to this week? What have you been playing? What have you been watching and vibing, so on and so forth? DJ, go ahead.
Working for the most part, but yeah, pretty much mostly working. But me and current employer, still working on the car, have like a very interesting back and forth about music and why heavy metal didn't make it to mainstream.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. That's actually what I want to talk to you on the show as well, because
Well, we'll get to it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Nobody's impressed with my 4-inch data spike. Mike, you've sent plenty of pictures to the VTNetwork email. We're all very impressed. We wouldn't want it unwelcomed in us. Keep going, DJ.
So yeah, like why heavy metal, never made it to mainstream when it was literally on the verge. How come how come the industry is just so focusing on basically anything like at least populated?
I have some theories on that. That'd be a good conversation.
Even rock songs have to have at least like an edge of pop to them.
Nickelback.
And just how much the 2020 suck, and it just barely started.
Right.
So, I mean, is the progress in the car coming a lot faster than the last one?
Yes and no.
Why is it always yes and no with you, brother?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's true. Like you see, it is in one aspect, it is in another one, because the longest process for the last car was all the dents that work out.
Right.
In this case, it's like like getting parts and fucking cleaning them up and rebuilding a bunch of shit.
Getting them ready for primer and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so
Right.
yeah. In this case, it's more of an interior problem than an exterior. But
Oh, that'll go quick.
yeah, it should.
It should. Yeah. What about you, Graverobber? What have you been up to?
I've been playing a lot of this simulator game called House Flipper, which is like honestly perfect for my ADHD because I could tear down any interior walls and rebuild them. Basically, completely remodel any like non-structural wall in the game and paint it, put up different electronic fixtures, change the floors. I could change the siding of the houses on the outside. It's really fun. It really helps with my creative brain ADHD. And let's see. Started playing through Far Cry 5 again, but got bored because the whole like replayability, like, ooh, this is cool, just wasn't there. Then I rehomed Amelia today, so it's a little rough.
It was difficult, yeah.
But yes, House Flipper is definitely Sims for adults.
Thank you, Mike.
You know, progressive can't stop you from becoming your parents. Like,
You know?
so that's pretty fun. Other than that, you know, just kind of doing a lot of surviving. You know,
I do.
ready
I do
to
actually know.
to not have to constantly just be in survival mode though. Haven't been doing much. Haven't been listening to any different kind of music. I mean, you got to listen to corridos when you're playing a game about remodeling and flipping houses, though, because you know you're putting up wallpaper.
Mexican flag fly.
Hell yeah, dude, you're putting up wallpaper. You're cleaning out all the old trash. You're like installing new doors, and oh, it's amazing.
Fucking Hernando. All right, drywall.
Pretty much,
Dude,
you know,
I'm
installing
sorry, like,
kitchen cabinets and appliances. Like that's just my work music, man.
No, the kitchen stuff. It's slower. It's not corridas. It's
more like honestly,
balados.
it's more like
ballads. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Fucking
like mariachis and stuff, dude.
Yeah,
dude,
lo hice por lo todo. Hey, give me some more fucking. Give me some screws. The 2 inchers.
Hell yeah,
Like,
dude!
that's-
You're putting up the hanging cabinets, and you're all like, "Yo sé bien que estoy afuera, pero el día que yo me muera." You know, like you
Dude, yeah,
can't not.
that's it. There is a pace and a tempo for
Yeah,
all
dude.
of this shit, dude. Nobody fucking believes me on this, but it's fucking true, dude.
Yeah,
like the
like-
fucking drywall. That's that. Hey, vámonos, way. Fucking. You got that fucking nail gun, and then you got that the
Hell yeah,
mud
dude.
where you just. You go into the next one and you just hit that fucking nail gun in rhythm, dude. Nobody believes me. Nobody
I believe you.
believes me.
Shit, that's how I did when I was doing like punch out technicians and shit. I had my fucking little speaker, and the worst part is though, I genuinely enjoy listening to Spanish music, typically
Dude,
Mexican.
I fucking
But
hate.
the thing is, I don't speak Spanish.
No.
But when another contractor walks in to like do the outlets or some shit, they talk to me in fucking Spanish, and I really can't be like, why the fuck would you think I speak Spanish?
Because you're in Florida. Everybody brown is Hispanic of some fucking.
The only
form or
place I've been
another.
properly identified as a Filipino is when I was in California.
I mean, DJ would be in fucking Florida. They'd be like, "Yole."
Yeah, he just looks like a
Well,
big ass Dominican.
Wait,
like,
did it? I was about to
No,
say, didn't they
maybe,
call you Dominican in that one religious school you went to?
No, I don't think so.
No, was it okay? Was it the? It was oh, it was the debate team. It was the debate team. The one girl they called you Dominican because she thought you were black.
Go figure, right?
So don't tell. Okay, so I don't think DJ remembers wholeheartedly,
No, I
but I
remember.
remember it. I remember the fucking story. It was it was the first year Graverobber and I had met. DJ was finishing up his. I think it was part of his doctorate, and he was part of a debate circuit, right? And DJ calls me all pissed off, and he goes, "Do I look like I speak Spanish?" I'm like. What? Hi, brother. No, what? No, you don't. What the fuck? Why? And he's like, this bitch in this fucking class. And I'm like, whoa, dude. And like, no, I'm allowed to call her a bitch. I'm like, why are you allowed to call her a bitch? What's going on? Dude? She's a black girl, and I know her. She's from, like, I forgot where the fuck it was. It was one of the southern states. I think she was, like, from Georgia or something. And then he goes, she kept calling me fucking Dominican. Said that I didn't know what I was talking about when it came to black issues, because I'm fucking Dominican. This dumb bitch. And I'm like, DJ, oh my God.
It's coming back to me now.
You remember that now, right?
I
Like,
do,
because you
yeah.
were pacing. He was livid. He was like, this dumb bitch keeps calling me Dominican, saying I can't debate on the black side of things because I'm not black, that I'm fucking Hispanic, and I can't stand this bitch. And I'm like, dude, just fucking tell her you're black. He's like, I did. And the bitch doesn't believe me.
That's awesome.
And I'm over here fucking dying because I was on one of the drive patrols. You know which ones I'm talking about when we went out to the gate, Graverobber? So I'm out there fucking dying, laughing, trying not to hit every goddamn curb on the way back to the drive, on the way back to the guardhouse, because DJ's just seething. He's just fucking seething because there's nothing he could do to convince this girl that he's black. And then, like, I think what sipped him over the edge was, like, she even like talked to him in like really broken like Georgia Spanish just to tell him to shut up or something.
Oh my God.
She was like, you need to kayate yourself. And DJ
wow.
like got up and left his class like an hour early. He was like, dude, I've never done that in my life, but if I didn't leave, I was gonna break this bitch's jaw. And I was like, you know what? Leave. That's fine, brother. Nobody blames you.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You remember that now, right? You
Yeah,
remember that?
I remembering, yeah.
And then she got fucking suspended like a month later, didn't she? For like,
no, nothing really happened to her. It was just
no, she got suspended for something. It just wasn't. It doesn't involve you.
Yeah, it wasn't us, but yeah, I didn't pay attention. I just knew she was gone, and it was like, okay.
Yeah. She fucked up something big. And they caught her like red-handed. And they're like, please take your shit and get the fuck out.
Nice.
But anyways, what have I been doing? I've been playing some Far Cry with my sons. Been helping him with a couple of missions, getting like chicharron and stuff like that. We watched. I showed them Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I can't believe they hadn't seen that, being my offspring. So one of them liked it. The other one, one of them loved it. The other one didn't pay attention enough. You can tell which one that one was.
I have a guess.
Yeah. Other than that, really I've been like in dad mode, been like, working a lot and trying to get stuff around the house done, trying to keep everything upkept. But that's pretty much. I brushed the living shit out of Orion yesterday and removed like 2 pounds of hair.
So you got a whole nother Orion out of it?
I got a whole other dog off of that boy.
Yeah.
And so other than that, man, like it helped being with some Far Cry 6 stuff. I was playing Far Cry 5 for a little while, then I remembered how tedious it is.
Yeah.
And I kind of skipped it. What else? I was doing something else. Oh, I've been doing a lot of redesigns for Dark Charm Media for Danny Atwell, and I have a design in mind that I'm going to be working on as soon as. What kind of boya is Orion? He's a mutt.
I'm totally gonna do the genetic test on him once I get there.
He's an 80-pound small boy. Like I know it's funny. Like when he was living with Graverobber, he was like the big boy of the house, and then he came to live with his uncle Deadman, and his uncle Deadman picks him up like he's a Chihuahua. And Orion
Well, I mean, I
hates
pick
it.
him up all the time too.
Yeah, but you pick him up, but he's not like
It's because he lived with Luna.
Uh-huh.
Okay, he was like the 93-pound Labradobie. So he kind of got the Labradobie attitude, like, oh, we're all big dogs in this house.
We are the big dogs.
And then we had these new neighbors move in that had like the big, like American bulldog. The tall ones look like pit bulls with long legs.
Yeah.
That was like his girlfriend, man. As soon as she'd come out in the yard, he'd want to go outside. He'd start whining at the back door, and he'd run up there and he'd be like, hey, bitch, hey. Hey!
I
Then he'd
love
start
you,
like
bitch.
peeing on the fence. He'd start like peeing on the fence and trying to sniff her. They were really good friends, but Luna didn't like her at all.
Well, Luna didn't like many people unless you had pizza crust to offer.
That is true.
So yeah, so it's just funny, right? Because like he even comes around like the weenies that we have, and he's like, "Oh, I am a big dog," but then I pick him up, and I'm like, "You're not."
And then he goes, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, he's just got his arms out. He's like, "I forgot, Uncle Deadman does this." Yeah, and I'm like, "You may be a big dog where you come from, but you're small to me." And he's like, "I know, Uncle. You can put me the fuck down now." Let's see. But yeah, I've been doing I've been doing some design stuff for Danny. We're about to Mac from Dark Charm and I are about to enter another chapter of writing for Dark Charm Media, and how that's going to go. That official title for that project is Detonation Boulevard. So that's going to be really neat. I believe the last episode. Just listen to the rhythm of my heart. Yep. The Brotherhood of Ridiculous People just premiered yesterday. So in case you want to hear some more Deadman voice acting, and DJ too, DJ's in this one as Vel, the Velcro Man. You can check that out on all your social media platforms for podcasting. That is Dark Charm Media, the Brotherhood of Ridiculous People, or Burt McGonagall's Brotherhood of Ridiculous People. But that's about pretty much it. So let's go ahead and just get into the show, because there was some cool stuff that kind of debuted, and I wanted to talk about it. Let's take a look at this. Speaking of fucking RoboCop, have you heard about this, DJ? That's a no.
Well, no. I mean,
I know. We're about to get into it, brother. Off the cuff is next week.
Oh, yes. I have seen this.
In local news, a new crime wave that is sweeping Detroit has already claimed the lives of 21 police officers.
Disturbance? I'm a big fan. Now move.
And this just looks cool. It has like the vibe.
It's proper violent.
Oh, it is.
What the hell is this? Where
That is
is
an
all
empty
the
vault.
money?
It is not there.
We all saw it hesitate in a life and death situation. Why?
Listen, I would trust this guy with my kids. I mean, if I had any. This was just an isolated glitch.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
Nice.
And that is Peter Weller's, by the way. They did not get a voice impersonator.
I mean, it sounded legit, like they just cut it right out of the movie, you know?
Right, though? So, what do you guys
So,
think?
I definitely want to play that. Is it only a PlayStation thing?
No, it's on
no.
Steam too, I think, as well. I think it's multiple. It's multi-console.
Yeah, from what I understand, it's gonna be multi-console. But we also have. Let me see if this is the.
I mean, that looks way better than the RoboCop game I played on the Sega Genesis. RoboCop versus Terminator.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. Okay, so that was a clickbait. All right. But yeah, no, it looks fucking wicked. It looks wicked, and it has the vibe. It has the violence to it. It has Peter Weller's. So like, you can't go wrong with that. Like, who the fuck else could play Pete? Who else could play like that RoboCop voice? You know what I mean? Like, that is one I've tried for years to like master, and you can only kind of get close to it. Like, it doesn't matter how good you are. Like that, you can only get close to that Peter Weller's
You have to
tone.
talk, though, into the quart-size metal Folgers can. That's how you do it. You have to put the mic beside your face and then talk into the can. That's how you get the voice. So if you can get the pitch and the cadence down, just talking to a coffee can.
It's actually where his bass in his voice is, because there is almost none except it's underlying right at the end of each word.
Yeah.
It's like, so it's really difficult. Okay, sure.
It's almost
really
like his
difficult to get
entire
that.
voice comes out of right here. You know, not the back of the throat, not just like the center right behind the that.
So,
RoboCop Rogue City on Steam. Cool.
yeah,
Hopefully by
and,
2023 I have my gaming PC built.
and in 2 days, Stray comes out. I don't know if you guys heard about this.
Yeah. So right now it's
$29.
discount at Steam. So
Yeah. So let's take a look at that real quick. Just in case you guys forgot what it is. Let's just do this one. So this is Stray.
Is it the one about the kitty cat? Yeah, we saw this one. I love this one.
Running fast, jumping, and using stealth to avoid dangers will all be vital if you want to escape this city and be reunited with family.
This looks like so much fun.
Hell yeah.
And you know what? You know what's even worse? Like I want to see this like on a 3090 or a 3080. You know what I mean? Like with RTX on, all the fucking bells and whistles on. This looks really cool.
Who knows, dude? By the time I finally get around to building my gaming
Unless
PC,
you
it
find
might
a
end
way
up
to
doing it on
defend
like a
yourself,
4080.
and the prey might become the hunter.
Or a 3090. A 3090 Ti. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I know they used some motion
Along this
capture,
journey,
but did you see
the
how
capsule meets a
successfully
small
that it
drone
was?
named B12.
Oh yeah, dude, I've watched this trailer so many times. Like,
So let's take a look at it. Take a look at the robot's movement as he gets up and runs. Watch.
Yeah.
Tell me that's not like just perfect motion capture.
oh, dude, for sure.
I agree.
Because its movement is like absolutely human. You're taking off from the sitting position. You're going to be leaning forward till you get your momentum and your center of
Yeah.
balance. Like,
So let's talk about the one thing I wanted to talk about, and then we'll get into why metal didn't make it into the media, because that is honestly a really interesting subject, and I really want to talk about it. But this is a win for all creators and for all people that make content on the internet. Your Favorite Martian returns to Ray William Johnson. Now, for those of you who are not familiar, Your Favorite Martian is a project by Ray William Johnson, the original host and react channel. I'd call it the principal channel of reactions. That was Equals 3.
I remember Equals 3. Hell yeah.
Yeah, Equals 3. And this guy did everything. He did all the viral videos. He would make fun of them. Like, most of your jokes and memes actually come from Ray William Johnson doing Equals 3. So he got involved with the music project called Your Favorite Martian. And while he was involved with Your Favorite Martian, he signed over all of his stuff to Maker Studios. Now, for those of you who don't know, DJ and I do know, Maker Studios was the Disney of YouTube at the time. They were buying everyone, and I mean fucking everyone. They promised you the world and the moon and the stars and everything else above it, and most of the time they ended up fucking you and then keeping your IP and then rebranding it to their own shit. Well, Ray William Johnson was one of these people, which is one of the reasons he quit doing Equals 3 and handed it off to Robbie, the skinny little white kid that took over for a while, who also got tired of Maker Studios bullshit and handed it over to Kendra. It was just, after that, Ray William Johnson just let it die. He was just like, I'd rather just not produce shit than deal with Maker Studios and their bullshit.
Yeah.
However, part of the fucking deal was Your Favorite Martian. And Your Favorite Martian was so popular that for almost a year straight, their songs were #1 downloaded on Apple. Imagine that. Imagine
So number
being
one paid for songs.
on Apple
Damn.
for over a year. Over a year. This is how popular they were. So Maker, of course, wanted it. They wanted it, and they got it. What they didn't do is they didn't do what they said they were going to do. Like Ray William Johnson wanted to produce cartoons based on the characters, which is like Puff and I forgot the rest of them, but this guy's name is DJ, of course. This is Puff, which is based on Ray William Johnson. I forgot this guy's. Oh my god, it's just something like a British name, and then you got Crush.
Puff, Benatar, DJ, and Axel Chains.
Axel, yeah. So he wanted to make shorts based on these cartoons. He wanted to up the animation budget for the cartoons and for the music videos. Maker Studio did nothing of that. In fact, all they did was take the revenue from Your Favorite Martian, the #1 paid song on iTunes, and kept it for themselves. To which they said, either you keep putting music out, or we're just going to cancel the project. Ray William Johnson said, fuck you, cancel the project. And they did. So for years and years and years, literally the channel name of Your Favorite Martian is This Project is Canceled. Literally, that's what it was.
Nice.
But recently, because of Maker Studios falling apart in the pandemic and not being able to pay the people that they were supposed to pay, all these people coming for their back pay, they had to close, I believe, or they had to restructure. But let's take a look at what this says. The return of Your Favorite Martian is nigh. Ray William Johnson, the creator of the popular animated band, has announced its official return to YouTube. The comeback date was also revealed June 1st, and they have 3 of Orphan Tears out. Believe it or not, DJ, they finished the trilogy that he said he was going to do years ago. Your Favorite Martian was YouTube's most subscribed music channel at its peak. Their off-the-wall sense of humor resonated with their enormous fan base, which drove them over 1 million sales on iTunes. Additionally, their videos were seen millions of times by people, but one day the project was closed and they retired. So what happened? Did Ray get abducted and become a Martian himself? No, and that was a stupid preposition. Instead, this was due to a dispute between Ray and the network he was affiliated with, Maker Studios, which led to the Your Favorite Martian project becoming retired and the album they had been working on for over a year being canceled. Ray went into detail what happened with the album a decade ago in response to fans, and this is what he said. Unfortunately, YFM was canceled long before we were able to make an album. We wrote a little and kicked some ideas around, but hadn't officially started recording. There was no super secret amazing album hidden away in some vault, as cool as that would be. Now imagine that. Imagine producing hours and hours of fucking media and just having nothing to show for it. How pissed would you be?
Oh, man.
I mean, seeing as Makers ended up getting bought out by Disney in 2014, I'd rather have nothing than be a Disney slave.
So Ray says that was 10 years ago and we're better writers now. Anyways, so I guess we'll just have to give you fresh new music on June 1st then. Hope that's okay. The new music is slated to be a big part of a project called Martian Multiverse, likely a tongue-in-cheek homage to the multiverse found with Spider-Man. We will provide more information as it becomes available. Till then, yeah. So and this is his excitement.
Right before I left, I told you I have a big announcement for you. Are you having a baby? No, I'm not having a kid. Come on. Imagine how messed up that kid would be. Here's the big announcement I got for you. You know what? I'll just show you.
So
nice.
There you go. And the reason I wanted to talk about this was because as far as like internet media goes, all these people that try to cross over into the mainstream, Ray William Johnson was one of the first successful people to do this. He was one of the first ones to go from a reaction channel to a music channel, from a music channel to a comedy channel. From that, he actually became even a successful podcaster for a while, with the Kings of Comedy podcast. So this guy has done so much in media, but losing Your Favorite Martian to Maker Studios has to be one of the ugliest things that ever happened in content creation. So what do you guys think? I mean, I think this is incredible. I personally believe that this is a huge win for almost anybody on the YouTube circuit.
I mean, I think it's awesome. I mean, if that's what he wanted to do, you know, was like bring back his little like child, basically. You know, if that's what he wanted to do, I mean, it's definitely like people are all about it. You know, they're especially now they're all about like the nostalgia of the. I mean, look at all the fucking remakes we have, and reboots. So if he ever wanted to bring it back, now's the time. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah. Although you gotta be cautiously optimistic. 10 years is a very, very long time. And I think a lot of things can change. So we'll see if, you know, if they still have the edge to continue on with the project successfully, or perhaps adapt the project enough to be viable for in this day and age. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, when you think edginess, though, too, what was kind of edgy 10 years ago will get you canceled now.
Oh, yeah.
And,
just like what was normal in the 90s could never happen today.
Yeah, and that's the problem, especially in this day and age. I mean, because here's the thing: like when Ray William Johnson did your favorite Martian, and he was, like I said, he was one of the people who was pretty much paving the way. Nowadays, you have like so many other talented artists. That can do who do similar and a lot of time in some ways better. Like they take like Stupendium for example. Like holy crap, that guy.
Yeah.
His production, his music is very catchy. Like especially if you know what he's like. Like he takes a game, he'll sing about a game. If you know about the game, like some of the double, triple, even quadruple meanings, and even just one line. Can like really like blow you away. It's like holy crap, in the wordplay. So it's like he has a lot more competition now. So it'd be interesting to see, because now I mean, like in the beginning it's like, oh yeah, like he's back, he's all popular, but we'll see if it's like staying power. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, the way I'm looking at this, right, is that I know so many people, and especially dealing with this studio dead. How many people did we actually have approach us for contracts and stuff like that? Like we had more than a few, like way more than a few, and a couple of YouTube studios that wanted us to do stuff for them, and I always fucking shot them down because I was like, you're not taking a creative license from us. Like we use bad words, we get drunk on camera. We all did. Well, you, me, and our friend. We all fucking did. Like, there was no denying that we had whiskey. We on camera. We smoked on camera. We did stupid skits. There was violence involved. We cursed a lot. We made racist jokes. Like, the stuff we made, the stuff we say on this show is nothing compared to what we did in the Studio Dead. And some of the stuff that didn't even get released was up there. But we had several like YouTube studios contact us, and we're like, well, we like your content, but we just don't like you guys cursing, smoking, drinking.
Right, we like your content, we just don't like your content.
Pretty much. And I would always I think at one point you guys stopped. You guys told me to stop consulting you, to just fucking say no.
Yeah,
because I would annoy them. I would annoy them at least like 2 or 3 times a week. I'd be like, hey, yeah, this studio contacted me, and they want this, but I want to run it by you two because this is our show. And as soon as I got like, I think it was like the 3rd proposal in, I think our friend was like, okay, what do they want to change? Like usually that was his first question. What do they want to change? Well, we can't do this, and this. Fuck that, no.
So it's a talk show.
Basically,
it's not us anymore. It's just another talk show.
Yeah, and I think it was like the 3rd or 4th proposal in where the DJ pulled the plug and everything, because he was the producer then. He was just like, if they want to change anything about the show, tell them no.
Yeah, it was getting ridiculous. It was the pattern. I mean, it wasn't wrong. It'd be interesting, but in the end, it's like they wanted too much. The compromises. Yeah, the compromises were pretty much non-existent. It was pretty much like our way. They pretty much just wanted like the face, the face of the thing. It's like,
yeah, one of them even wanted us to write out our episodes and submit it to them.
Mm-hmm. We had to they wanted like pre-planned scripts, and that was the thing. Like, 80% of our content was like literally on the fly. Like one video, like Deadman would just like come by, it's like, hey dude, hey guys, I got a new camera that does 1080p recording. Let's do this. Like literally like 10 like within like 30 seconds of walking through the door, and we were like, okay, let's do it. Like that's how the majority of our shit just happened. Like someone just had like a random idea out of nowhere. Like one time we were watching like an anime show, and like our friend was like, hey guys, we should get drunk and just do some stupid shit. And it's like,
no, it wasn't. We should get drunk. It was we should get drunk and try to reenact a GTA thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's how we ended up doing that one scene where I fucked up my elbow.
Yeah, like he tried to jump in a car, and like that was not smart.
No.
You know, like just dumb shit, like just out of nowhere. It's like sometimes most of the time we don't even meet for like to record, and all of a sudden we just get an idea, like, hey, Deadman, you got your camera?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah. Let's record.
Yeah, meet me at our friend's house. We're gonna do something. Okay.
It's kind of like now. We all just get the StreamYard invite and then show up.
I feel the same way if someone tried to do that with Dark Charm. Yeah, well, and the thing is because we didn't have a lot of followers, but we had a lot of viewers and we had a lot of connections. Like we were making a lot of moves at the time, and that's kind of like what prevented us from getting where we wanted to go. Was that we didn't have followers. We had views. We had videos that were in the tens and thousands of views and stuff like that before they got copyrighted. But we had the views. We had the connections. We had several connections within the fucking video game industry, which is how we got a whole bunch of beta stuff. We got the Darkness 2 beta, the preview play. We got Call of Duty beta stuff that we were part of preview play. Battlefield. We got part of it. We got a lot. And we had our names out there. But it would always be weird because they'd be like, "Oh, well, you guys only have this many subscribers." Yeah, we do, but look at the amount of views we have. It's disproportionate. Like we have less than 100 subscribers, but we have videos with 10,000 views. Like I don't get it either.
Yeah.
Right now, the Studio Dead currently has 87 subscribers.
Yeah. And if you go through our videos, there's about 15 missing because of the copyrights, because of all the footage we used.
Yeah, it says you only have 80 videos up there now.
Yeah, we should have like 97.
Yeah.
And most of those were copywritten.
Last update 7 years ago.
Yeah, like for example, our
I think I remember that one. It's PC version of console.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like like one of our I mean we were getting traction, like dude, like we were on the we were on the front of Facebook. One of our videos actually made to the front like of Facebook. Like it's like go to Facebook, bam, there we are. And it's like
yeah, Artemis. I think it was the Zelda. No, it was
Ninja Gaiden 3 NES versus Famicom is your most popular video with 8.3 thousand views.
Yeah, that was a guest. That was a guest person that we had on the channel. We loved her very much.
Yeah, it was Ocarina ... Bioshock.
Bioshock. Yeah, that was the one. Yeah.
Well, you freaking tackled me because like you just hated freaking Ocarina. Like,
you know what? Hold on. Let's bring that up. Hold on.
Here, I've already got it for the private chat. Hold on.
Oh, you got it. Hold on. So, this is one of the only times DJ actually got hurt filming a fucking show.
I really did. Yeah, like
that'd be hilarious if you get copyright claimed for showing your own videos.
I know it's our fucking video. Like before anybody says anything, it's our fucking video. So,
hello YouTube.
Yeah. So here we go. This was the old camera. This was the camera that our friend had, and it's not very good. The audio's not very good, but you'll see me here in a second. And we have a mat over here for DJ to land on. It was built out of like 5 or 6 sofa cushions and a pillow or two for his head. Now here's the problem with this is that I hit him so hard. DJ was much bigger back then, much bigger. Didn't think I was gonna be able to move him. So we put put the mats like right next to him because DJ was like, "You're not gonna move me, dude. You're just fucking not." And we did two dry runs.
Because I was pretty much like, I don't need those mats. And like, you got right here, like, no, we'll do the mats anyway, just in case.
And then you fucking sent him into orbit.
Because like I was a lot thinner back then, and DJ was a lot heavier. But the thing is that the two dry runs we did, I didn't clip him with my arm. Like when you do it, even in wrestling, when you do it clothesline, you hit chest. You don't hit throat, you hit chest. So what I had done was I had just bounced my arm off him. I hadn't like hit him.
Oh, so you gave him the false confidence.
I didn't. I told him I'm gonna do it for reals this take. I'm gonna do. That's okay. You're not gonna move me. I don't really need these cushions.
Hello, YouTube, once again. This here Studio Dead. I am the Iceman, as you all know, and right next to me is
nickname.
Drake. Dead Man couldn't be here right now. He had to, go to the bathroom or somewhere. See, now, what we're going to talk about here
came a long
is
way.
The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. That's right.
Hey, Ashley!
We're finally discussing it. It's the game that we know
Now, look it up, friend. Taking a step back.
Ocarina of Time.
I'm literally like football prepped right now.
Greatest game ever made.
And there's
Nintendo
DJ setting himself
really
up.
brought out a masterpiece when it came to...
And that, folks.
And like the worst part is, you saw where my hands were. I clipped his shoulder with this arm, and I had his other shoulder gripped so I wouldn't like let his head hit the fucking floor. But if you didn't see, like my legs were in the air. And I hit him so fucking hard, his legs went in the air.
That's awesome. And in case anybody was wondering, that's how Dead Man feels about Ocarina of Time.
It is.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that. I hate that fucking. So we literally go. I think it was like 5 minutes without DJ before he finally fucking joins us again.
Look, I bet, dude, I was rocked. Like holy crap, man. Like, I literally had to stay like on the freaking mat for for a few good minutes. I was like, what the fuck, man?
Because I kept telling him, I'm like, I'm gonna do it for real when we're rolling. Yeah, whatever. So like, but yeah, like
It's just a video game, you asshat.
So it's funny, right? Because like that was kind of like a bit for the Studio Dead, was the Ocarina of Time thing. Like it was a bit for us, but I kind of see and that's why I see so much of a win for Ray William Johnson. Getting back to it, I see so much of a win because like of all the shit that we turned down, right? And we were fucking Daddy loved it. Of all the shit we turned down, and we were a fucking no one channel. Imagine all the shit that Ray William Johnson had to go through as a content creator. You know what I mean? So I'm really proud of that. I'm really proud. I'm really like glad for him, and I say proud because like I've been on the Your Favorite Martian train since like day one. So seeing him get this all back, seeing him get back to work on it, I'm kind of proud of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Got people just walking up to the house.
Let's see what happens.
They're probably gonna knock or ring the doorbell. Can we look at the house? No, not now. Get in touch with your realtor.
Anyway, we'll let Graverobber not commit a crime on fucking live YouTube.
Oh, I'll turn off my mic and camera if I have to get up.
It's like someone just walk to your house, is like, your talk isn't interrupting my alone time with Jesus.
Oh God.
My two choices are either fabric shears right now, right? Classic Fiskars, right-handed, or lightsaber chopsticks. What should
Imagine a mortician pulling up and having to yank those out of a corpse.
Lightsaber chopsticks, the Luke and Vader chopsticks.
Just imagine, DJ being the first responder on that, just watching him pull that out.
They're just like,
yeah, it's like, why?
They're still on, like
they're still on. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, they're still glowing and shit. The more like the EMT
the
guy
coroner just kind of is like, the fuck.
This isn't funny, guys. Read it's in the report. It's in the paperwork.
Like, how did that even work? They're so bendy.
Yeah. No. See. Now at that point, I don't care if I'm on the job or I was in public. I just be like,
you know,
right?
It's Coke.
That's how I drink my coffee. Fuck off. Anyways, so the idea of metal not going into mainstream. This is such an interesting topic. There is, I mean, there's so much to talk to. There's so much to consider. It sounds like a crazy episode of Noxos, right? Though, I mean, I can personally say why I think that metal never made it to the mainstream. Like I can put my own personal spin on it. But let's hear from. Go ahead and take care of your business, Bubba. Go on. We'll be here.
What? Oh no, they haven't tried getting in. They're just walking around and they're on the phone on speaker.
Okay.
But I don't know what they're saying. They're talking in some sort of secret code. It sounds like Taco Bell.
DJ, go ahead. What spin can you put on this?
Honestly, I think honestly, like because we were talking about this, and truth be told, I believe there's honestly several factors when it comes to heavy metal. Like the final coffin was honestly, well, obviously everyone agreed, but Nirvana, that was the final nail. But it was not just Nirvana. They were convenience. Because the thing is, what people need to understand, like, back in the 80s, like everyone talks about, the heavy metal scene. And we mentioned this like last week on the show that, heavy metal, huge, golden age, but it didn't quite hit mainstream. And several factors for this, what I think why it never made it. 'Cause number one, honestly, everyone was against heavy metal. Yeah. Heavy metal was pretty much like it was considered like pretty much like the black stain on society itself. Like it was crazy, like because you see all heavy metal was the secret that everybody knew, and the music industry, the government, like all of it wanted keep it down. Like I can't stress enough how much the government and the polite society wanted to pretty much destroy heavy metal. It was so bad that they literally put heavy metal on trial. Could you imagine that? Actually putting a music genre on trial? I wish I was joking. Look it up. What's his name? Snyder, the guy from Dick Snyder. Actually went up in court in front of a committee and actually had to defend heavy metal. I wish I was joking about this. That's how much they wanted to destroy it. Not even rap, when they most hated it, went on trial as a whole. That's how much they wanted to bring down heavy metal. Yeah.
So, and the person you're talking about is fucking Tipper Gore.
Yeah.
Tipper Gore tried so hard to censor metal and rap at the time, and so many of the fucking people.
And not that, and some of the other trials. I forgot the band, but like someone like listened to their album and they killed themselves, and they and
Cowboys from Hell, Pantera.
No, it was before then. It was more like subliminal messages, and it's like
wasn't it Judas
in this
Priest?
song it was like
Judas Priest, yeah,
and it was like do it, and they were like. And they do it when they like play the album, like play the song backwards, and everyone was like, "Do what? Have a coffee? Have a beer? Like do what?" But he said, "Do it," and that was enough for this person to kill themselves.
Right, but Nike's fine when their slogan's "Just do it."
I know, right? Like I've never heard Nike blamed for a mass killing in some fucking way. Black Sabbath, Mike Smith was also one of the band's name, but the one we're specifically talking about was Judas Priest.
Yeah, and that was the thing. Like you get.
No. Like, just to add to the do it thing, literally everybody, the prosecution had to handhold everybody to point out the second and a half of the song that sounded like "Do It," because when they played it, everybody was like, "I don't hear shit." And the guy was like, no, I'll point it out for you. Give me your hand. Come on, let's go. Let's do this. I'll show you. And everybody else was like, yeah, and everybody else was like, I don't fucking hear words. What are you talking about? So literally, the dude had to like handhold and second by second play the clip where it kind of sounds like somebody saying "Do it."
Meanwhile, Stairway to Heaven's just flying right under the radar. You know, with the play it backwards and it's, oh, here's to my sweet Satan, he'll make you suffer, the one behind the woodshed, he'll give you 666. Like, you could, that's a lot more audible than "Do It." Like,
also fucking just the joke from Little Nicky.
Yes, dude. Chicago fucking
Chicago. I just play it backwards. It's Chicago. Long live.
Then you just shed the blood of the innocent.
Chicago fucking rocks, man. This fucking idea was so ridiculous. That's why it got parodied in Little Nicky.
Because it's parodied everywhere.
It really honestly was.
Religion heavily pushed back masking, and old white people believe teens played their music backwards. I don't understand. Like, imagine the first dude that was stoned enough to play it backwards.
Yeah.
Just imagine, like, some guy, like, I that's all I can imagine. He pushed the wrong fucking button, or he pushed play and rewind at the exact same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, unless you've got a nice, like, belt drive turntable.
I command you to... Dude!
Yeah, unless you've got a good belt drive turntable, though, it is tedious as shit to just sit there and rotate it backwards at the correct speed, mind you.
At the correct speed.
33 1/3 rotations per minute. Like, come on, dude.
I'll tell you, like, you will worship Satan in all of his forms.
Like, okay, I was on this one kick when I lived in the barracks where I just took all of my favorite songs and listened to them backwards.
Fucking Blondie?
Dude, okay, so I played Technologic. I played Technologic by Daft Punk backwards. And there's one little snippet in that song when I played it backwards on Audacity where it says the menu has the snacks.
The menu has the snacks.
Yeah. Out of like my top 20 favorite songs played backwards besides Stairway to Heaven, the only other one was Technologic where the hidden backplay message was the menu has the snacks.
And that's so them.
And honestly, I would give more credit to Daft Punk for doing that because that's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, the fucking French national anthem is harder, better, faster, stronger. We all know that.
You know what? I'm not looking it up. I'm not looking it up. Something scary as Christian music played forward. And you know what, Mike? We don't talk about religion, but Christian music, as just musically speaking, is goddamn horrible.
I counter that argument.
Don't you dare say something stupid like Flyleaf.
Fuck Flyleaf. No, 90s Christian music was actually kind of fun.
No,
not the gospel music, not the praise hymns, but like the original Newsboys, DC Talk, PFR.
Nope.
Those were some good ass bands.
I think so,
Yeah, they were.
How could you think so, you hypocrite, you son of a bitch? You were the one that introduced me to them to make fun of them for 3 hours while we got drunk.
Well,
you did that, DJ.
Wait, hold on. Like
yeah,
I
but
said,
DC Talk was a nice
I
blend of rock and hip hop, you know?
Yeah,
it really
as I
reached out to the
mature,
youth.
Yeah, exactly. As I mature, I realized, you know what, I wasn't giving them a true fair chance. You know,
you lying son of a bitch.
You know, like
you can't even say it with a straight face.
You know, and yeah, I mean, you know, it's like, give him a real chance. Like I wasn't, I was just a dumb kid. I didn't understand the power. But anyway, back to the topic
Who
at
set
hand.
the orphanage on fire there, DJ? I don't know.
Hey,
I have to agree with Grave. Denny, no, bad.
Musically, I would rather listen to 90s contemporary Christian than I would rather listen to today's pop hits.
I'd rather just listen to nothing. Fuck it all.
No,
anyways.
But see, I'm one of these people when they say, what kind of music do you like? I genuinely listen to everything. I'm not a huge fan of electro swing. But there's a few songs I actually do appreciate.
Never had a friend like me. Anyways,
Yeah, that
you
one,
son of a
or
bitch, DJ.
I won't be like you.
And
know,
so,
like those
anyway,
are cool
as
ass
we were
songs.
saying,
you motherfucker. How
So,
fucking
anyway,
dare you?
so as I was
How
saying,
dare
as-
you try to make me look like the bad guy
as
in
the
this
mature
instance?
party in this
Yes.
debate. Yes.
That's
yeah,
cool.
So
That's
yeah,
cool,
so
Mike.
heavy metal. Like, hey, heavy metal's the reason why we had the warning labels on our freaking on our albums.
VTN, just as metal.
Yeah, no, it was like
with only a few hidden
And the
messages.
best part
here and
is those parental advisory labels actually increased record sales.
yeah, exactly because now the kids knew which ones to get. So
They knew which ones are going to piss off the parents.
yeah, and of course, like the old people was like, oh, that metal.
there. No, how did they figure out which ones to buy? Gee,
You know.
I wonder.
It's like, why do we choose R-rated horror movies instead of PG-13?
Everybody
Because the
thinks it's
R-rated
movies.
ones
It's
are
not.
better. It's not. It's violence
Violence. Anyways,
and blood.
okay, so
Violence, blood, sex, all that.
Number
crap.
one. Let me tell you this story real fucking quick. I was of the same mind of Graverobber many years ago, and I said there are a few things in this world that annoy me, and DJ said challenge accepted. So what did DJ do? DJ gathered all this Christian music, including the Newsboys, including all the fucking ones you thought of, Graverobber, and said, I can annoy the fuck out of you even when you're drunk. So I said, I fucking dare you. I fucking dare you. You can't fucking do it. Usually when I'm drunk is when I vibe the most to music. So I bought 2 cases of fucking beer. I went to DJ's house. He brought out a speaker and a CD player, and we listened while I drank this 2 cases of beer to all those fucking bands. And you know what? I had never been more wrong in my life.
You know, when we get enough subscribers to our Patreon and we do the karaoke nights, I'm totally going to make sure I do at least one Christian song every time.
I hate you. But the thing was though, it's
Be like, all right, it's Graverobber's turn. I can only imagine.
And I think that's the first time I heard the song "God's Not Dead." And I think,
well, see, that's the new Newsboys when the dude from DC Talk ran out of money and decided to join a band again. I'm talking with the original Australian group, with the Australian singer that decided to walk away from Christianity after a while.
Yeah, I know there was a version of "God's Not Dead." The one the Newsboys do is a cover. There was an original one, and it was way back in the fucking early 2000s, and I think that's the first time I heard it, and I think that's the one that caused me to almost burn down DJ's house with him and his entire family in it.
Well, like I said, I mean, I was just a naive kid. I didn't realize.
No, you wanted to hurt me, and you did. You did. You stuck the knife in it and twisted it, motherfucker. And you know you did it. That's why you're laughing, you motherfucker. Because
I don't know
even
what you
drunk
mean.
as I was, dude, I was like, I hate everything about this. I hate all of this.
It was originally performed by Passion Conferences, also
There you
referred
go.
to as Passion in the 268th generation, originally named Choice Ministries, a Christian organization founded by Louis Giglio in 97. So it was originally performed 2010 by Passion, and then the Newsboys covered it. What was it, 2012, I think?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
That song's kind of a banger, though, dude. Like, if you just change the lyrics but keep the music and melody, it could be something.
Absolutely grave.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd rather overdose on heroin. Today, the song from Little House in the Prairie, Christian soldiers marching on to war. I mean, that's just it. So, like, well, let me play this, and I'll actually get into some really cool stuff that I talked about with my sons over the weekend.
So much for metal.
No, this is metal.
No, I think
That's D. Snyder, man.
Look at this cocksucker walking into fucking Congress looking like this.
Yeah. Oh, but also this is actually another point I want to mention about like metal and Nirvana. When we get to it, like honestly, this is a good example of what I mean where I say that current generations are freaking wusses. And Kurt Cobain is that the fault of it? But yeah, we'll watch this video and we'll get to that point.
We're only gonna watch a little bit of this. We'll fast forward.
There are many facets to this complex issue, and time does not permit me to address all of them. However, my feelings are expressed for the most part by the August 8th, 1985 letter to the Parents Music Resource Center from Mr. Stanley Gordikoff, President of the Recording Industry Association of America. This letter was a formal response to the PMRC's petition of the RIAA. The only part of this document I do not support is Mr. Gordikoff's unnecessary and unfortunate decision to agree to a so-called generic label on some selected records. In my opinion, this should be retracted. Since I seem to be the only person addressing this committee today who has been a direct target of accusations from the presumably responsible PMRC, I would like to use this occasion to speak on a more personal note and show just how unfair the whole concept of lyrical interpretation and judgment can be,
I love
and
that.
how many times this can amount to little more than character assassination.
Now, I want to pause this and talk about this for just a split second. Just to address the chat. Dee's dress is a costume, just like the mini performing for wearing a costume. I love how Dee defended metal censorship is wrong. Now, I kind of wanted to talk about this. Dee Snider was written off, and DJ can attest to this, and so can Mike and Danny. Dee Snider was written off as an ignorant, violent homosexual for some fucking reason.
Well, I mean, he wore makeup and was in a band called Twisted Sister. Like,
yeah,
for some fucking reason.
All these butthurt old people are gonna say that kind of shit.
Yeah.
You know?
So he was written off as all these things, and I absolutely love how everything he's saying here is so beautifully written. Because he's not saying that this is stupid, this is wrong. He's saying, in my opinion, in my personal opinion, and he even started that address with, in my personal experience. And this is character assassination. So I love how everything he's saying is so extraordinarily well written.
I have taken the liberty of distributing to you material and lyrics pertaining to these accusations. There were 3 attacks in particular which I would like to address. Accusation number 1. This attack was contained in an article written by Tipper Gore, which was given the form of a full page in my hometown newspaper on Long Island. In this article, Ms. Gore claimed that one of my songs, Under the Blade, had lyrics encouraging sadomasochism, bondage, and rape. The lyrics she quoted have absolutely nothing to do with these topics. On the contrary, the words in question are about surgery and the fear that it instills in people. Furthermore, the reader of this article is led to...
Because if I remember correctly, it was him or his wife that was undergoing something really horrible at the time. I think it was his wife.
It might have been that. Yeah, I'll fact check that while you play it though.
So like, I love the idea that he's literally just like he's coming up, and I also love this is I kind of miss this era as much as I am for the forwarding of technology and you know how technology can help you reach out to further audiences. I kind of miss this. I kind of miss an artist literally standing in front of their accusers and going, "Hey, fuck you, by the way. This is what those lyrics meant. Allow me to shove my dick in your mouth and fuck what you said."
Yeah. And honestly, like that's one of the points I'm saying about like metal. See, one thing about people understand about metal is that heavy metal, it don't just talk the talk. It fucking walks the walk.
Yeah. And here's the great thing too. 1985 Parents Music Resource Center Senate hearings. Snider stated, quote, "I was born and raised a Christian and still adhere to these principles."
Yeah, he always has been.
Yeah. And he'll talk about he'll dress up in makeup, wear a dress, and say "fuck you."
Yeah, he doesn't talk about it on like any kind of personal level, but yeah, it's not reflected in his music or his stances. But like, he is what he is, and he doesn't talk about it, and he doesn't make it a point to.
I believe that the 3 lines she quotes go together in the song. When, as you can see from reading the lyrics, the first 2 lines she cites are an edited phrase from the 2nd verse, and the 3rd line is a misquote of a line from the chorus. That the writer could misquote me is curious, since we make it a point to print all our lyrics on the inner sleeve of every album.
Yep.
As the creator of Under the Blade, I can say categorically that the only sadomasochism, bondage, and rape in this song is in the mind of Ms. Gore.
That's right.
It was Eddie Ojeda.
Accusation.
The guitarist needed surgery, so that's how he got
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that's how he got the inspiration for Under the Blade.
Okay, because I remember it was somebody really close to him, and him and Eddie were brothers, essentially.
Well, yeah. So yeah, it was when Eddie needed surgery. He was like, "That sounds fucking scary."
It was bad. It was really bad. There was like this whole thing in a bunch of music magazines at the time, like literally well wishes for this guy. You should have seen the hospital that they released like pictures of it. Like so many well wishes came in for him just because D. Snyder reached out. So, I'm just loving this. I'm loving this so much.
Number 2, the PMRC has made public a list of 15 of what they feel are some of the most blatant songs lyrically. On this list is our song, We're Not Gonna Take It, upon which has been stowed a V rating indicating violent lyrical content.
Really?
You know from the lyrics before you that there is absolutely no violence of any type, either sung about or implied anywhere in the song. Now,
look at this fucking Karen back in the fucking 80s. Look at this cunt. Look at this cunt.
That is
How
totally
dare you
Karen.
lie about all the fucking things you wrote that I know you didn't because I never listened to the music.
Strikes me that the PMRC may have confused our video presentation for this song with the meaning of the lyrics. It's no secret that videos
Oh my God, this guy's actually
storylines
articulate.
completely
What are we gonna
unrelated to the
do?
lyrics of
Dude,
the song.
look at the minds blown. Look at the minds. Look at the fucking pins from the press that are setting these goddamn papers on fire because they're like, holy fuck, D. Snyder can actually speak and is actually very well articulated. I'm speaking on an education level that nobody really expected him to. Holy fuck me.
You know what?
Holy fuck
Rereading
me.
the lyrics, We're Not Gonna Take It. Lyrically, there is not a lot of content.
No. And
there
that's kind
isn't.
of the joke.
And but yeah, like literally the gist is we're just not gonna take it. No violence, nothing like that. Where he says, "Oh, you're so condescending, your gall is never ending. We don't want nothing, not a thing from you." Yeah, that's so violent, right? Like,
Here's
basically to say,
don't
okay,
pick
fine.
our destiny.
Yeah, basically it's to say, you know what, fuck it. Like, fuck it. You do you, leave me alone. That's basically what it is.
But the worst part is, for the last 40 years, we have in fact taken it.
Yeah.
Not
Only a
touching that.
company.
Not
The
touching
video
that.
for We're Not Gonna Take It was simply meant to be a cartoon with human actors playing variations on
Look
the
at the- look
Roadrunner
at the
Wild
people-
E. Coyote theme.
Fucking look at the people writing this.
Each stunt was selected
blows
from
my
my
mind.
extensive personal
The video for
collection.
We're Not Gonna Take It was goofier than the Beastie Boys Fight for Your Right to Party.
Yeah.
That was a satire song in itself.
DJ and I have been part of a press junket, right? DJ and I have been part of a press junket where somebody says something that's like actually like kind of mind blowing, and when somebody says something like that, this is what you see. This is what you see. You see heads down, pens going, because
you can hear
DJ
the steam coming from the ear holes.
dude, and it's beautiful, right?
Yeah, like,
DJ,
yeah.
because who
this
was
is-
it? It was the Tarantino press junket we did.
Yeah.
For the Studio Dead that never got published, and we got invited, and all these people were like, "Oh, we're totally gonna not expect." We're like DJ and I were like, "He's gonna say some edgy shit. He's gonna drop an N-bomb. He's gonna say something that's gonna be shocking." So DJ and I had already prepped it for the Studio Dead channel. So we were sitting there in the fucking press junket in Bassett Center, Bassett Center, El Paso, Texas.
And you're like, this guy that's obsessed with feet's actually pretty fucking smart.
So yeah, and he was talking about it, and then somebody raised a question. So why is it? And then I'm paraphrasing, of course, because I don't remember the specific question. Why is it your character in Pulp Fiction says those awful words? And DJ and I sit back and went, aha. And so the pin has been pulled.
Oh, that's right, at the house.
Spoon has
When
been
you pulled in my
dropped.
driveway, did you see the sign? Yeah, that one.
Yeah, and DJ and I were just like, the spoon has been dropped. The bomb is about to go off. Beautiful chaos.
Feed me.
And I'm here. Look, I'm gonna type in the private chat so DJ can say it because I'm serious. This was his answer. Hold on. There, DJ. Do you see it in the private chat?
Yeah.
I'm going to let you say that.
I
because
did.
that's what-
I did say that. I did say
No,
that.
not you. He did. Quentin Tarantino
Oh, yeah?
said it.
Really? I thought it was me.
No, you said it too. But literally, that was the prep you and I did. We were so in tune that we were like, "This is why he said it. This is why he wrote it."
Because I wanted to say the. Oh yeah, because I wanted to say the nigger on camera.
he said, though. He didn't say the word. He said, I wanted to say the on camera. And, like, everybody's head just dropped. Just like you're seeing right here. Just like all these fucking people. All these people are just, oh, pearls grasped. Oh my God. Oh. And
that was like, what's that one like news anchor guy or whatever was interviewing Sam Jackson. He's like, well, how do you feel about the use of the N-word? What N-word? No, you know, the N-word. Say it.
N-word.
I'm not going to say it. Why not?
I can't say it. Yes,
Why
you
not?
can.
Yes, you can. I'll say it with you.
I'll say it with you.
I tell you what, you either say it or move on to the next question.
No, he said say it or the interview's over.
That's it. Say it or the interview's over.
Like, I can't say it, and I'm not going to. And he was okay. Have a good day then.
Yeah.
And it was like, shh, don't say stupid shit like that unless you can back it up. Back then, much like today, we are scared of those who are different. Mike, you are part of our crowd, homie. You are not separate. You are part of the VT Network fucking family. We're not scared of people who are different. They are. You are not part of them anymore. You are part of us. They are. They're scared of people that are different. Not you, not me, not anybody that's part of this fucking family.
Cartoons. You'll note when you watch the entire video that after each catastrophe our villain suffers through, in the next sequence he reappears unharmed by any previous attack, no worse for the wear. By the way, I'm very pleased to note that the United Way of America has been granted a request to use portions of our We're Not Going to Take It video in a program they are producing on the subject of the changing American family.
Yep.
They asked for it because of its...
Yeah, you hear like the person laughing?
Quote, lighthearted way of talking about communicating with teenagers, unquote. It is gratifying that an organization as respected as
God,
the
he
United
is so
Way
pissed
of
off,
America
but he's maintaining his composure
appreciates where
so
we're
well.
coming from.
He is.
I've
Yeah.
See how much
included
that
a copy of
paper's
the United Way's
shaking?
request
Like-
as part of my
Yeah,
written
no,
testimony.
like, dude, the entire heavy metal scene was pissed off over this whole thing, and he was pretty much like reflecting that, I think, perfectly, because this thing was like, it was ridiculous. This whole thing should not have been the case, but
No.
it was literally a case of I had to take time out of my schedule to freaking include you fuckheads on what the hell is going on with with our music and our scene, and it was crazy. It was insane, but. And that's just what I mean. It's like, the main factor, because, they were looking. But here's the thing. They couldn't stop it. They couldn't really stop heavy metal. Like it was growing. It was actually
Cannot
beating,
stop the metal.
Yeah, and it was beating, like, even, like, techno and all that stuff. Like, in some cases, like, they couldn't stop it. Mm-hmm. From 89 to 91 was when metal almost broke through the glass ceiling. It's like, we can no longer contain this. Like, you look at albums during those 3 years, like, even bands that sucked balls actually had great success, during those 3 years. Like, yeah, it's like metal is happening. There's nothing you can do to stop it. Government, all you fucking soccer moms, whatever, like, it's happening. And then Nirvana hit.
That whole grunge thing kind of
killed
it.
And that's the thing. And the thing about Nirvana, like, I've always had this fucking theory. Like, don't get, like, Nirvana, they're all right. Like Kurt Cobain, but I think Nirvana is overrated. I'm freaking sorry. I believe they are very much overrated. Huh?
I believe so too. You know this. I've held this for 2 decades.
And I would much rather listen to like Soundgarden or Pearl Jam when it comes to that 90s grunge sound. Like,
yeah, and that's the thing, because Smells Like Teen Spirit, okay, something you can groove to, like, whatever. But for those of us who lived through that, you could not get away from it. It was literally everywhere. And what happened was, these people who were looking for something, anything, to finally shut down the heavy metal scene, they finally have it. It's like, because with grunge, especially 90s grunge, you had kids could still be angry, but it was controlled. It was more containable. You notice that about
it was palatable.
Yeah, exactly.
Palatable.
And then, so they pushed it, and they pushed it, and they pushed it to the point where you like Nirvana, even if you didn't even like Nirvana. It was that it was that bad. Like, anyone who lived through that could tell you. I was sick of it. Like, I when I first heard it, I was like, okay, like no problem. By month 3, I was sick to death of it. It was literally everywhere. You name an air, it was on it. I was like, holy crap, this is terrible. But that's what they needed because they knew they couldn't beat metal head on. So what they had to do was trying to find a way to replace it. And grunge was just a little bit of the anger and all that stuff, but it was palatable, it was containable, and it was marketable the way they could do it. Because here's the thing about metal. The one thing about metal is you couldn't just listen to it. You had to fucking have the balls for it.
You had to feel that shit pumping through your veins, dude.
Yeah, you put if I had to fight between a person who's a hardcore heavy metal person and a hardcore grunge person, I will fight the grunge person.
Well, the grunge person's probably too burnt out to get off the couch anyway. It's not even
exactly.
fair.
Their wrists are cut too deep to work.
The grunge fan is angry. But it's like one of those, I don't want to really do anything.
The heavy metal guy's so drunk, he doesn't even know he's kicking your ass right now.
Yeah, like the heavy metal guy would if you piss off a grunge guy, it's like, I'm angry, whatever, but whatever. The heavy metal guy will probably take out a blade and come at your ass.
Yep. Yeah, the grunge guy's like, I'm going to write a song on my acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
The metal guy's just going to stab you.
Exactly. and that was metal. Let me give you let me give you the perfect example of what the heavy metal scene was like. This is I always count this the ultimate example. People say, "Oh yeah, these other genres." No, these people ain't worth shit. I don't remember the band. Look it up, Grave, because I don't remember the band. I don't remember the guitars, but I do remember this fucking scene. There was one scene in a music video where a lead guitarist did a fucking entire guitar solo on an active fucking volcano.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember the song, but look it up. It's yeah. And I as a kid, I went to my dad. I was like, Dad, it's is that volcano active? And he reached there. Yeah, it is. And you look at the story, they left literally practically minutes because that volcano erupted soon after they left recording. You can literally see the smoke come around. And I think the guy who complained, dude, my shoes are freaking melting. But he's still on that fucking volcano, and he fucking played that guitar solo.
Was it Paleo, Way Down We Go, live in the volcano?
I mean, I know it's a music video. Yeah, it probably was. But yeah, that is metal. People didn't fuck around, and you have these proper societies. Oh my goodness, heavy metal. It's
no,
terrible.
That wasn't it.
No, it wasn't. But yeah, no, and that's the thing. And
it was Just Got Lucky by Dawkins.
It was Dawkins?
Fucking Dawkins, dude.
Yeah.
I'm confirming. Keep going.
Yeah. And that's metal. And oh my gosh. And these people, they found something in Nirvana. So you do the shift Nirvana, the controllable, more palatable, the weak ass grunge and shit like that. And it's focus on this. Pearl Jam, come on over. Blink-182, come on over. Anything, and to lower the the effect of metal. Yeah. Yeah, if you can find it.
Oh my God, I remember this.
Yeah, put it on the freaking thing. And we can all see it. But
we'll get shut down. But if you want to see it. This is the first video we're going to play in the post show. This is the first video we're going to play in the post show. $5 on Patreon. Go check it out. Go subscribe now because you're going to want to fucking see this. This is nuts.
Yeah. And remember, that's an active volcano that's getting ready to erupt.
His boots are flaming. His boots are smoking.
That is fucking...
When they cut the camera, he's literally
he's got to move.
He's doing the I'm on fucking fire thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's what I miss because this is what I miss when it comes to music because you couldn't just play, you had to be good and you had to be really good and really talented. This is what I miss when it comes to music.
Well, that's those years that you gave 89 to 91. Yeah. Right in the center of that, one of my favorite fucking metal songs, Painkiller by Judas Priest. How many metal bands have the stamina to play that shit now, dude?
No,
said. Hey, that is nonstop.
How many artists, period, have the stamina to play that shit nowadays?
I would be happy just finding a vocalist that can do the vocals because it never fucking ends.
No,
right?
So let alone the drums, the double bass, the entire song. That's 6.5 minutes. Come on, dude. And the guitars just never slow down. Oh.
The guitarist was George Lynchman Duncan. He was a legit badass.
And
So
there was one solo I can never freaking he did. I forgot the name of the song, but he was like.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Like, he really was.
Here's my take on why metal never made it big. And
it made big, but it go mainstream.
I'm gonna give you my reason. Kiss. Kiss was such a targeted, and I do mean this. It was such a targeted, fucking everything was a controversy with them. Everything. What does KISS stand for? Knights in service to Satan.
It's funny, but I remember a news article that actually said that. I was like, what the f-?
And then once KISS came out and said, no, we just really like to make out.
Have you not seen Singer's tongue? Like,
what does the song Painted Red mean? It means that they're worshiping Satan. If you don't know what that means, you shouldn't be commenting on our music. Let's put the X in sex means they want to destroy Christianity. Really? Like,
we just got done playing a song saying I want to just rock and roll all night and party every day. What are you talking about?
That song, I want to rock and roll all night. Oh, that song is about worshiping Satan and doing drugs in the forest. That's an anti-drinking and driving song, you fuck. But the thing is that they weren't labeled rock and roll.
No.
What were they labeled?
They were labeled metal.
Metal. They were labeled metal.
But they're like the ultimate dad rock.
Everybody who listens to KISS knows exactly what the fuck KISS is, and that is just dad rock. They talk about fucking a lot. And you think any rapper out here is like, oh my God, they're talking about having sex so much. Allow me to introduce you to the album Destroyer by KISS. Mm-hmm. Anyways, every fucking time those dudes farted it in a limo by themselves with no one around, it was some kind of media controversy. Mm-hmm. And by proxy, because they were labeled metal, and everything they did was satanic, they were banned in Michigan and Iowa from performing because of their satanic rituals. Anyone on this panel want to guess what their satanic rituals were? Go ahead. Take a guess. You're not going to get it.
I don't know. Sticking his tongue out. Spitting the blood. I don't know.
DJ?
Ovaltine.
No.
Ovaltine.
Ready?
Go ahead.
Fireworks. That's right. The fireworks on stage were a satanic ritual.
Oh, yes. It's not a 4th of July, so it's Satan.
See, my favorite thing about all these people that protest like metal and music and stuff is they don't take the time to learn shit about it. They just like follow the herd because somebody had an idea. Yeah. Like one of my favorite like stories about protesting metal or heavy metal is people were protesting Ozzy Osbourne. And he gets drunk and wanders out into the crowd and is like, what are we doing? We're protesting this guy. Oh, okay. And he joins them.
Yeah. Where the fuck are we all going? We're going to protest this concert. Fuck that guy. Fuck that bloke. Whoever he is. I'll go with you. Fuck him.
Hey, I gotta go.
He gets to his own concert.
I gotta work.
Yeah, then he gets to his own concert. All right. Yeah, this is where I was going. All right, thank you all. Have a good night. Everybody just looks around.
You look so dumb right now.
Was that Ozzy fucking Osbourne?
Were we protesting this guy?
Destroyer is my favorite album by KISS. I love it too, Danny. KISS is the Goldman Sachs of the music, the General Motors of cars, the Donald Trump of politicians. Yep. Drinking and drugs. Yep. Find a tiny wave and ride it to win. That's what they did though, and that's why metal never became fucking mainstream, because every time KISS did something, it was satanic. Cowboys from Hell, Pantera. It's satanic. No, you dick! It's based on a fucking cowboy novel from the 1890s.
Now,
Fuck.
My theory on why metal has not yet become mainstream.
Oh, I'm almost
Okay.
done. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. No, I want you to get to this, but I'm almost done. So, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. It didn't matter what they did. It didn't matter if they dressed like fucking women and sang in the most soprano goddamn voices they could fucking muster.
Like
it
you just
didn't
nobody
matter.
knew homie was gay because that was just what metal guys look like.
Fucking the Love and Leather. Come on, bro. Like, but like, it didn't matter. It didn't matter how fast the music was, how slow the music was. It didn't matter the pitch of the voice. They were all associated with the very first, what could be considered the very first metal band, which was Kiss. And from there, it's all satanic. From there, every fucking thing that you know some artist does, whether he says a racist thing or fucking not, everything he does from then on is racist. Everything. And it doesn't matter how many apology tours he does. It doesn't matter if Louis C.K. We know that the guy had permission to jack off in front of people, but they kind of thought it was a joke until he started doing it. It's not his fault that you didn't take him seriously.
Yeah.
Either way, everything he does from that fucking point on, he can never apologize enough, or he can never do enough. He's media. He is Satan according to the media from now on. And Kiss did this to the metal genre unintentionally, mind you. I'm saying this unintentionally, but they had the makeup, they had the hair. Even though they got the makeup and the hair from the New York Dolls, who were doing it for years before fucking Kiss were. They did this, and it wasn't their fault. Every time somebody fucking brought up Kiss, you mean that Satan music? You listen to that Satan music? Boy, we're gonna have to go outside and fight. What? No. What? Satan music? Motherfucker, how is kissing Satan music?
If I ain't kissing your sister, it ain't Christian.
They don't belong in Alabama. Anyways. And that's why I believe it never fucking made it mainstream, was because of what happened with Kiss and that label, that perpetual label. And every time somebody did something, it was just associated automatically with Satanism. And this goes all the fucking way to even Christian metal bands. Well, who was the fucking Christian metal band? The hair metal band, Wasp or what? A Warrant? No. What? DJ
Wasp. I promise you that.
DJ, who was the goddamn Christian hair metal band? You know who I'm talking about.
It wasn't Wasp. It was, fuck. Oh, wait. Give me a second.
I have an idea. Sniper?
Striper.
Thank you.
Striper. That's what it was.
So even Striper, who were Christian metal, got called satanic. Are you fucking joking me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm fucking just fuck you all. Fuck you all. Fuck you all for not even understanding the context of the band's character. Fucking Striper was a Christian metal band, but because they looked like every fucking other one of oh my god, look at this. Look at this shit. Look, I'm getting a picture. No, hold on, that's terrible.
You should pull up the one where they all look like honeybees with the white background. That one's perfect.
You mean this one?
Yeah, that one.
So here. They're satanic.
Okay.
Look at this dude in the cod piece. What is Christ like about that? I don't. Shut up, DJ. Don't even.
Just glorifying God's creation, all right?
I know what DJ's gonna say. Don't say it. Don't say it. I know, because you made that fucking joke before. You've made that joke before. We had to edit it out. Don't say it. Don't fucking say it.
Okay, fine. Gee, I remember how much you cried about it last time, so I won't say it, because, yeah, you did have to edit it out, so fine.
I did have to edit it out. Like, holy balls. But yeah, they're satanic? Are you shitting me? Those guys look as harmless as launching marshmallows at me. Like you that's threatening me with a fucking candy bar. Like come the fuck. I'm gonna fuck you up. Are you? Really? My boots are deadlier than that, bro. Oh my god! So that's my whole take on it. We'll move on to Graverobber. Let's just cover the chat real quick. Tommy and Pam's sex tape didn't help much. It did not. Striper apparently got my Mike and Danny answered. CVTN's new uniforms. Don't tempt us. Can you imagine Deadman in that gear? Yes, I can. Don't tempt me.
That would be hilarious.
Don't.
I am bringing my sewing machine with me when I move. There's got to be a Joann's fabric around there somewhere.
There's got to be enough Lycra in the world to cover up DJ. DJ from the waist.
I could
down
just buy the old
trying
tents from like when people would tent houses for pest
Yeah,
control.
you know what I mean.
Same colors.
Yeah. Fucking. Well, I think one of their albums was named Electric Jesus. I'm like fairly certain.
Hold on, I'm pulling up the discography now.
Or was the word?
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, this is such a satanic band. Okay, so starting from 1986 and just kind of crisscrossing the years, the album names "To Hell with the Devil," "In God We Trust," "Even the Devil Something." Hold on, let me pull up the actual discography because this is ridiculous. Okay, so in chronological order, starting in 1984, the Yellow and Black Attack. Okay. Then 85, Soldiers Under Command. 86, To Hell with the Devil. 88, In God We Trust. Skipping a few. Let's see.
Quick, Deadman, verify some of the devices in our email, VTN email. I need to post the Minute with DJ.
2013, Second Coming. 2013, No More Hell to Pay. 2018, Goddamn Evil. 2020, Even the Devil Believes. They're still making music, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Dawkins is still making albums. And
Yeah, Dawkins the shit though, bro. Like, oh man, one year there was ZombieCon in downtown Fort Myers, and I was Freddy Krueger. Made the mask, made the glove, got the sweater, still have the sweater. Dude, I rolled down all the windows in my car and just blasted Dream Warriors on repeat. People thought that was the coolest fucking thing ever, dude. Like,
I love it. But anyways, so yeah, so that's my whole take. That's my whole take, and I think it was accidental. But I also think that Kiss is definitely to blame. But Kiss's association with the media and Satanism is also is to blame for why we could never embrace metal as a mainstream culture. But go ahead, Graverobber.
So on top of all that media and reporting and controversy stuff, my reasoning why metal isn't more mainstream, especially now, seeing as, you know, one, we're kind of not moving forward. We're very stagnant as a society as it is. My theory on why metal isn't more popular is because it is more complex than pop music and less memorable to the first listen. Because if you listen to any pop song nowadays, you'll at least know 2 lines out of it that'll be swimming through your head for the next 2-3 weeks. That's how they do it. Don't me, okay? You know I'm not wrong on this.
We listened to that.
Now,
we listened to that #1 song from Drake. Neither one of us could even remember the fucking name of the song.
Yeah, but that's because we went into it like cynical assholes and we just played it because we're supposed to. I think I was making noodles when you had the song playing. Anyway. And the construct of pop music, pop rock, pop country, pop anything, you know, pop X, that could be a genre.
Pop
when you boil it down and look at it, it's really just comes down to the same pieces in a different order. One thing you'll notice, especially in the music, like listening to it musically wise, ignoring the bullshit lyrics, is there's a 5/3 interval played frequently in almost any popular song from the last 12 years. And that 5/3 interval carries on in different variations in a lot of other pop music. And it's a really interesting thing. They've dubbed it the millennial yelp or the millennial yawp, right? Because it's that, oh, and they put it everywhere. So that's, I think, what people expect music to be. Whereas metal is very inspired from things like blues, jazz, and classical music, to name the top 3 things. You know, like if you listen to, I don't know, fucking Tool, someone that has weird, you know, time signatures and just kind of does their own thing without any like preformed cookie cutter construct, there's a lot of people that like Tool, but not as many people that like Katy Perry. You know, because Katy Perry's music's easier to digest, it's easier to memorize, and it's everywhere. You know, like, come on, dude, The Interview. Whenever I hear the song Firework by Katy Perry, all I think of is, Dave, do you think margaritas are gay? You know, like, and that's what it is, because pop music and everything is turning into pop music, with the exception of metal, who still stands by its roots of, we are fucking different. You can't tell us what to do. You know, I mean, Slipknot is kind of sliding away on what they used to be. But yeah, that's basically what I think it is. I think it's because metal is not as easily digestible as, you know, corporately created pop music.
Yeah.
And that's what people want. They want something that is new, but feels familiar. Because the majority of your consumers are still, you know, shiny brain, like, afraid of the unknown type thing.
Yeah, you can make a heavy metal hook that would stick in your ear, says Mike. I mean, Mike, like, the lovely part about heavy metal music, and, you know, kind of like why I'm actually very appreciative of Graverobber's take. I'm not disagreeing, like, in the slightest. Is I can't listen to Korn. Right, I can't listen to Korn very much because I have some, like, the part of my life that is very much associated with those songs are very mentally troubling, and you know, it contains a lot of trauma for me. So metal, because it is written in this bluesy or this, you know, very emotional landscape, it's very, very easy to tie these memories, to tie this feeling to a song that is heavy and that is going to allow you to feel rage and anger. Get that fucking lyric out. Fuck, DJ's favorite songs, like, are the ones that are the most emotionally charged. And like he's never hidden this. When we used to go to our debate clubs and stuff like that, and I would join him, you know, people would make fun of him for listening to metal because he's black, and he's like, why? Metal's so much more fulfilling than your vapid sense of whatever the fuck you listen to.
Right. And like you had said, blues and everything. Yeah. Sorry. Just real quick, I want to interject it before I forget.
No, go ahead.
Like, one of my favorite ways to describe Kirk Hammett, and I know everybody listening knows who Kirk Hammett is, but for those of you that don't, he's the lead guitarist of Metallica, that band that played on the season finale of season 4 Stranger Things. Anyway, Kirk Hammett is a blues man that sucks at playing guitar. Because if you look at all of his solos, all they are is blues scales not played in blues time.
No.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he gets a lot of flack for that nowadays.
But
and they're not wrong. I mean, I don't hate him. I mean, like I said, I mean, he does his role, but I'm sorry, Dave Mustaine was a way better fit for Metallica.
Well, I mean, Mustaine literally wrote Master of Puppets, so there's that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean,
like,
just one of those
somebody
things
asked Mustaine, they were like, why do you play Metallica songs at your shows? He goes, I don't play Metallica songs. I only play the ones I wrote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, hey, man, if your vocals were better, I'd listen to your music more. You take a mortal man. That's the same thing as. That's the same thing as.
No,
like,
stop. No, it's not. No, it's
it is
not.
that kind of ear grind. For me, it is that kind of ear grind.
But no,
I think one of the most amazing things ever to see in my life was DJ actually singing "Welcome to Machine" by Pink Floyd.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of DJ's favorite songs. And when we were nice and toasted, I was filming in the studio. Dad, it was karaoke night for us. We didn't film any of the karaoke stuff, but we used to just love after because we shot for about 4 hours. Like, we cut it down to like a 25-30 minute video, but we shot for like 3 hours. So after like 5 or 6 drinks each, like, we would just sit around our friend's living room and just sing karaoke. And I was like, I didn't know you even fucking knew that song. And he was like, dude, yeah, it's like, it means so much. Like, you know, I was like, I love it. So I was like, okay, neat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but yeah, Kirk Hammett is truly an inspiration for me because he also is a Filipino German English descent.
Have you seen him lately?
He's rough.
Yeah, he really is. It's like, dude, dye your hair, please.
Well, it's not even that. He doesn't want to fuck with it because he doesn't want to lose anymore. I mean, that's what happens when you get Filipino, English, and German mixed together. Like, it just kind of goes away. My forehead didn't used to be this big. I used to have a full-on widow's peak that was like down to here when I was a kid. It's just fucking turning into Evil Betty. I don't know.
I got
I
got
get
pretty
it.
much the same hairline, but I got scars from my skin, like being fucked up, which looks like bald spots, and I'm like, they're not bald spots, bro. They're just scars. Like, god damn it.
But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I do agree with Kiss, like, you know, because because what happened with Kiss pretty much, I guess, you know, set the press. But like I said, no, like, I still believe in the end that it was on the verge of becoming mainstream. And but I think Nirvana, you know, like, he's like, we have Nirvana now, so let's, you know, like let's hammer that home. Is one that kind of prevented, because like Kiss.
Yeah, you did have all those crossovers too.
It pretty much, like, you know, like, started the fucking, like, you know, it's the stigma. We must avoid it at all costs. We pretty much led to the decade run of metal being buried. Buried.
I can see where you say it was getting close though, because you had like Anthrax and Public Enemy, Aerosmith and Run DMC. Like, they were making some pretty bold crossovers.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like I said, because I think what happened with Kiss, like, you know, like, yeah, it was buried for about a good decade. But like I said, it was on the verge. It was on the verge of finally breaking through after all that shit. And then Nirvana came around and fucked shit up. To which, like I said, overrated. Yeah, and look, this is the musician in me talking. I'm sorry if you're a grunge fan. That's great. I have nothing against grunge, but grunge is lazy. Grunge is, this is the musician in me. It is fucking lazy. I cannot play grunge from time because I literally start falling asleep. It's that boring to play.
Yeah, I listen to Pearl Jam to relax. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
you know, like on a hill from Portolano. That's actually one of my favorite ones, though.
You know, seriously, like, yeah, like when I listen to, like, you know, like grunge bands, like especially Nirvana, like, you know, like a lot of times they'd be like Kurt Cobain's like, yeah, like, you know, I have this theory, like they do that just to wake themselves up. just trying to keep adrenaline, you know, flowing in their veins.
They're trying to push off the overdose.
you know, like, like make this last just a little longer. You know,
and I'll sober up before my fucking heart fails.
I mean, I'm sorry, it's boring. I mean, like what do you guys think? Like Deadman.
Like, what? What about me?
Deadman. Like, what do you guys think? Is it boring to play, or like am I just alone in this? I guess I'm alone in this.
The most boring concert I've ever been to was Pearl Jam. Instant mistake. So for me, it's not that it's boring to play.
I like playing it on guitar.
It's the idea of,
it's good for
like, I come from like blues. You know what I mean? I come from blues. I come from the jazz. I come from that background. You know what I mean? Not that it's better or worse. You know, not that it's like, you know. Not that it's more or less complex, but what it is the attention I have to give to it. You know what I mean? Like the attention I have to give to blues, the attention I have to give to jazz, the attention I have to pay attention to everything that's happening at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, with grunge, even the most complex grunge, which you could argue is like Soundgarden, I can just turn off the brain.
Didn't Soundgarden use a fucking Dremel tool to play one of their songs? Like, yeah, dude. Same thing with me and Nirvana, dude. I can sit there and play like Heart Shaped Box as like an unconscious like thing, you know,
like warm up songs.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
My brain is thinking about how the fuck I'm gonna make spaghetti later. You know, just
yeah. Well, see, the thing about warm up songs too, the opening intro to "Sweet Child of Mine" was actually Slash doing his finger stretch warm-ups, and then Axl decided to write a song to it.
Yeah.
That's why the intervals are so far apart. He was literally doing a warm-up, and then Axl was like, I'm going to write a song to that.
Yeah. And the thing is, he hates that song. That's the funny thing. He hates that song. But
we're gonna take a look at Guns N' Roses, by the way.
I can't stand Guns.
We're gonna take a look at his latest performances, which have been making the circuits.
Welcome to the jungle. We've got lots of cake.
Keep talking.
I mean, that's what he looks like.
And
it's not the fun kind of cake, okay?
No,
It's like angel food. Confetti cake.
It's diet carrot cake. It's sugar-free carrot cake.
Diet cake. What the fuck?
It's made with Splenda.
Oh God.
Look, I just heard DJ Sensibility.
Yeah, like what?
Everything German and Southern in him just fucking flipped a table.
My question for you two guys: you guys are Southern. You ever have a Coca-Cola cake?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Like I enjoyed everything internal in DJ, just literally just flipping a table when I said a fucking carrot cake made with Splenda. Like everything Southern in him was just like, and then the German was like, "Move over, it's my turn." And I loved it because he didn't know which conflict to choose. DJ literally looked like an ABS system failure.
Just made him explode internally.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like I think I blacked out a little bit there. I think I felt my body jerk, and it was like nothing. It's like,
Vince Neil and Axl Rose, the Cake Boys, fist bump to Daddy. Ironic that they had a beef against each other back in the day. There's nothing ironic about that. It's just bad.
yeah.
Anyways,
the story of Guns N' Roses. Holy crap.
Oh my God. Or Slash's original lyrics for Paradise City are awesome though.
Yeah, but we're gonna get into that some other time. Push the button, Bubba.
Oh, we're
Let's
done
start
now.
wrapping this bitch up.
We were having such a good time though.
I know.
That's the thing about Freeform shows. We just
Gotcha.
oh crap. I think I'm still thinking about that.
All right, we'll switch it up then. Graverobber, sell the Patreon.
I'll sell it. I just thought about that. I was like, it's like I just thought about it. My mom's like, and then also
Like
the table flip completes the level.
Yeah, the German and the Southern in him got at the table at the same time when we're like, do you flip it first or do I flip it first? And I don't know.
I reckon if we both try, we can just throw it straight through the roof.
I reckon if we put our muscles behind it, we can send this bitch into the stratosphere. Meanwhile, DJ is just fucking glitching out like RoboCop with an update incoming.
Right? Just fucking paralyzed.
Yeah. All right, somebody sell the fucking Patreon.
All right. I got it. Folks, if you like us a lot, some might even say like us, we've got options. Okay, we don't just put out for free. We also put out for money. All right. So if you're into that kind of stuff, go check out our Patreon. All right, it's patreon.com/VTNetwork. And we've got a few offerings for you where we will gladly prostrate ourselves on the table for you for a price. Now, granted, what you have to give depends on what we give in return. So let's talk about that. The first tier of your commitment to us is called First Blood. And with that, you will get a producer credit on every episode, typed in every episode, a Marine Mental Minute, which will be coming all new and all fresh at the beginning of August, and a Minute with DJ, which we'll be updating very shortly.
I already did.
Now,
already posted,
there you go.
So, yeah.
That cost is $1 per month. Cheap, yet worth it. And like, what did he say in RoboCop? I'd buy that for $1. Well, would you like to buy three brown
for $1?
Wouldn't you like to buy 3 brown boys for $1? Now that's a deal. One to clean the pool, one to do the gardening, and one to do the grilling. Perfect. Next, if $1 a month isn't elite enough for you, we have what is known as the UAV tier. That you will still get everything from the $1 tier, but you also get access to the post shows, which release every Wednesday. We like to call those paywall party times. That's where you get VTNetwork unfiltered, uncensored, and un-DCMA'd. Next, if you really want to show how baller you are of a fan of VTNetwork and you just want to add an extra, who's on the $2 bill, isn't it? I don't know.
Jackson? No, not Jackson.
If you want to throw another $2 bill onto the stack because those are fun, and everybody says don't spend it now, it's a collectible. It's not. They print new ones every 5 years. That's called the Airstrike tier. And if you haven't noticed, being a nerd, Jefferson. If you haven't noticed us being a nerd podcast, we named our tier levels after Call of Duty kill streaks. Which, after we get through all of this, we'll tell you some more stuff. That will give you access to everything in your $1 and $3 tier, but you will also have access to a monthly movie roast where 2 or 3 or more or less of us nerds from VTNetwork, may or may not include a guest, will pick a movie, sometimes a random movie, sometimes whatever, and we will sit there and roast it Mystery Science Theater 3000 style. It's a good time. There's plenty of jokes in that. You will also get your name read aloud at the end of every main episode of our VTNetwork shows, which is really cool. Now, you also get stickers every month, nice little sticker bombs and custom-made stickers, typically hand-drawn by the dead man himself. And that also automatically enters you to join and qualify for a random giveaway every 3 months because we like to show that we appreciate you guys from a distance. Now, with you getting a producer credit on every episode and especially your name read out loud on every episode, that actually can legally go on your resume. So if you're trying to get into news anchoring or television, or you just want to be, the guy in the switchboard at a baseball game, if you're one of our Patreons, you qualify as a producer for a podcast that's been running for about 3 years now. Success is relative. But once we get to, how many is it, Dead Man? How many Patreons?
We need to get to 15. We need to
15
get to
Patreons.
15 Patreons. We are currently at 12. And those Patreons need to be at the $5 level.
Once we get to 15 Patreons, at least at the $5 level, we will introduce another kill streak, the Attack Helicopter, where you'll unlock everything from the $1, $3, and $5 Patreon. But you'll also get some cool stuff like a monthly karaoke night, and we're going to add more stuff to that as well as we get closer to getting that many Patreons. But I mean, most people would say this isn't really that bad of a deal, but apparently only 12 people agree that that's not that bad of a deal. So tell your friends, tell your boss, tell your boss's wife, after you're done doing that thing with her and she wants to sit there and talk about stuff, when she draws circles around your nipples and asks stupid questions. Heard any good podcasts lately? Well, actually, yes. So go to patreon.com/VTNetwork and sign up. Have everyone you know sign up. Spread it. Spread it like the plague. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Oh, God. And one just to do with Winky stuff. I thought First Blood was named after Rambo. Incorrect. But if it makes you feel better, yes, it was.
Technically, because the kill streak was named
to make
after
the best
Rambo.
nachos of her life. Carmen, I'm going to need you to listen real fucking closely, okay? This is Nick Cage coming into you. Nice and personal. Not a request. This is what's going to happen, Carmen. You're going to make the best fucking nachos of all time. Best nachos of your life. And you know what? If we meet somewhere in the middle and they're just really fucking good, Nick's satisfied with that too. Okay? Okay, so let's just get the nachos done. How about that, Carmen? Huh? Is that achievable? I think it is. There he goes. DJ. Sell the merch. Sell the merch and shut up.
Okay.
Why can I do that so well?
Seriously, like, did you just refer to yourself in the third person?
Shut it!
Okay.
Oh, God damn it. Fuck all.
Okay, and that's redbubble.vtnetwork.com, right?
Other
You
way
want to make
around.
sure this time.
Other way around.
Okay, it's vtnetwork.rebel.
I'm
sorry, the table's still flipped.
Still putting the dishes back on it.
Yes. Okay, vtnetwork.redbubble.com.
There you go.
Yeah, got it in 4. Yes, come buy our shit because it's shit. I mean, look, like it's like, look, I mean, but there's some cool stuff here, like T-shirts, hats, coffee mugs, and more. Come on by to our Redbubble store. We have lots of cool designs, I think. I mean, that looks pretty neat, right? Don't you just want to put that on your person? Don't you want that all over your flesh? Well, come to our Redbubble store and buy it away. With T-shirts and an eyeball and the TV set and I don't know what the hell that is. What is that, dead man?
What? Where?
Like the one in the upper right-hand corner. Oh, it's a sticker.
Oh, this is a sign.
No, I mean the actual product, neon sign sticker.
Yeah, it was one of our earliest stickers from the Patreon that I turned into merch.
Oh, yes. Yes, have the guy who doesn't even know our own merch sell this stuff. Man, that's smart.
I know.
So, yes, come and check out our T-shirts. We have tank tops, sweatshirts, short shirts, chafe shirts. Any type of shirt that you want, we have it for you. Because Redbubble is just that generous. We have mugs, coffee mugs, regular mugs, tea mugs, cups, phone cases, pillowcases, sweat cases, condom cases. What the fuck ever? I don't know. We have shit. Just come to our store. Just buy some shit, okay? Like, goddamn, it's good shit. It's not like the crappy shit. It's real good shit. So yes, as you can tell, I'm completely out of my comfort zone. That's why I'm not really selling anything to you. I know you're pretty much going to ignore this message, but hey, Deadman wanted it, and that's where you get it. Because he wanted shit, he's going to get shit.
That's what I got.
VTNetwork.rebel.com, folks.
Just
buy shit.
Yes, and I'm sorry for kind of absenteeing that. I was actually ordering the stickers for this month, so that's been ordered, and I'll get those out to you guys before the end of the month, hopefully. I know there was a couple of addresses that needed to be updated, so that's been fixed. But if you want to get a hold of us, please go to our socials. That is VTNetwork 2 on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And if you want to email us, you want information, or you want to actually talk to us about anything, or you have stuff that you want on the show, or if you want to be on the show, if you know somebody who wants to be on the show, make that connection. VTNetwork84@gmail.com. So, you want it the best of the world, we got DJ. So, once again, that is VTNetwork84@gmail.com, VTNetwork2 on all the social medias. Check out Danny and Dark Charm Media. All of us act and write on that now. Well, I mean, I write on it. Graverobber is doing some writing. DJ is just a pretty voice that we do stuff with.
We should make bibs for Redbubble. We do have, like...
They do have the ones for dogs that you can order for a large dog.
Mean, for, like, adult people, though. That'd be because we've got, like, Maryland guys that watch us, and Mike is just a sloppy eater when it comes to the best nachos he's ever had. Yeah, we should totally have him make bibs.
He's gonna be that porn person that's never actually seen somebody receive head.
I think this is how you do it.
This is what gets the ladies off. I fucked up DJ on that one. I fucked him up pretty bad. Once again, thank you so much, guys, for staying tuned. Thank you guys for coming out. We love you all. We're going to get the fuck out of here. So say good night, DJ.
Good night. DJ.